Draft has.
What's up, everybody? What is up? What is up? I'm JC, and I'm with Iggy. We're here to cover some FF7s, fantasy football sevens. We got a live draft going right now, and it's going to be quick with 30-second timer. So it's going to be, and we got how many rounds?
We got just normal 20 rounds.
20.
Normal
But it's
20.
16 teams. 16 teams. Shallow bench, deep roster.
And you got the 9th pick in this. So not only is JC helping with the StreamYard, hosting it, we've got the 9th pick. So why don't you go ahead and study, because that's less than 2 minutes away. Welcome, everybody. As JC said, thank you for joining us. If you're in the group and you want to hop in, make sure to go check it out. It's IDP Hunter. What's up, man? How you doing, Steve? Been studying the IDP Higgy study guide and binge watching Karate Kid. Let's go. 80s movies forever, bro. Just watched Hot Dog the other day.
Where's Pac?
Oh, where's he at?
Hopefully he's got his shit set.
Here we go. Come back. It's easy to forget, you know. That's about it. Oh, JC's on the clock. There is a variety.
Man, there's just like, I don't know why. I don't know how you can pass this up. I mean, I'm just going to go, you know me, I've been the one to pass on quarterback forever.
Yeah.
So this year, and it's really affected me. The one year it worked really well until I lost my only quarterback, because I had that year was the Lamar Jackson and Mark Andrews year, where they both went off and both got injured. So that fucking hurt me.
We're clicking. Let me see if I can turn the noise off on mine, just to mute this draft. Let me go ahead and repeat it for everybody. We got Josh Allen, Bijan Robinson, Jahmyr Gibbs, Jamar Chase, Puka Nacua, Lamar Jackson on the auto pick from Pack. I would think that's a cute pick.
I think it's a good pick. I mean, I just want somebody that's going to score. I mean, if Burrow stays healthy, man, I mean, that's the only thing I'm paying on. It sucks. There's other players there that I liked. Like I probably was going to go McCaffrey, but it's the same thing. Like, he could be somebody who also gets injured. So you're taking a risk on either one. I'm taking the quarterback because the way that things have happened in my past, I guess the way that we've played on FF7s, it's really ended up screwing me over. Like, you know, my strategy's just been fade quarterback until like the 5th round. And by then it's like, you got to get lucky on players that hit.
Yeah, dude, it's very interesting on how that all shakes out. This one, not too many quarterbacks in the first round, you know, because there are 80 players in fantasy football sevens benefiting Kawasaki's disease. If you want to go check that out, KawasakiKids.org. And I get to see all 5 as a commissioner of all 5. You know, I get like a little glimpse into something as big as like the Scott Fish Bowl. You know, truly one of those huge tournaments. And it's just interesting to watch the drafts unfold, you know. So on this draft, you might have been able to sit on a quarterback to the 3rd round, but went ahead and locked up Joe Burrow, 6 points per passing touchdown, 300-yard bonuses, 400-yard bonuses, 40, 50-yard touchdown bonuses. A lot of ways to get points. So Coop, I know Coop's over there probably watching. He went his New England boy, Drake May, even though he's an Eagles fan, and went Dak Prescott. Sewing up our first quarterback picks. Not a bad strategy. For the most part, everybody's kind of picking different. We also got Jared Gray. He's an FF7s legend, man. I'm going to get legend badges out. I don't know if any of us are famous, so I can't put, FF7s Hall of Fame. But Hall of Legends, he set his lineup every week, all 7 years. Really appreciate you being here, Jared. JC, let's digest it. You just went Devon Achane, half-point.
Dude, I'm high on him. There's a lot of people that are not on him, but I'm telling you, I think a lot of people still look at Malik Willis as the guy who got drafted by Tennessee. But if you want to look at players that are drafted after him to Tennessee, I would just say they've also not been very well for high draft picks. So my thought on Malik Willis is what we saw with him in when he played on a great team, right? In Green Bay, that the times that he got the opportunity on the field, those are the things that I was watching. Also watching him in college, that stuff, like those skill sets that he has, the to move around and get out of the pocket and make things happen with his feet. You can't really teach that stuff. And I mean, he showed that he could also throw the ball. And him and Achan in the backfield together could be, I think it could be crazy sneaky. So it's something that I've kind of been, even in best ball leagues, I've been trying to do a fun stack like that if I can get it. I mean, I don't necessarily have to have Malik Willis if I can get just Achan, because he's he's fun to watch and he can get those big plays. So he's definitely somebody I'm targeting in Scott Fishbowl for the big plays. So
Yeah, well, dude, one thing I love is running backs on defensive-minded coaches' teams. And of course, head coach over there came from Green Bay as a defensive coordinator, came from Boston College before that, which they had a great defense over there as well. And he's going to try to control the clock, let his defense make a big play, give it to Achan a lot. So I like Achan too personally. So great move. I like your pick so far, spreading out. You got to get a see. I feel how about running backs, how people feel about quarterbacks, maybe in a super flex league. You just have to have one. I guess sometimes I'm a hero running back, sometimes I'm a robust running back, but I very rarely go out of the first 2 rounds without a running back. It's just not who I
I think
am.
it's deep too, man. Like it's a deep. I mean, 16 team league it's way different. Like most people play, I would say majority of people play in 12 team, and it's gonna be. I mean, the amount of players, more players that are taken, within a round or 2 rounds, like the players just are way different. But obviously we have IDP as well. So once the IDP players start running, some of these offensive players will sit. But you
Yeah,
just got to
and
be smart, and it depends on who you play with too, man.
it's all every league's different. Like we're gonna be at the Kings Classic. JC and I both participated in the Butkus division. Shout out TSA. Also Rick in there as well. So 3 of
Oh
us.
yeah,
Um, and that's a tough one. That's a 14er. Um, it's a way different draft. Like JC said, every draft's different. So, but we will have the draft guide. Every, like I said, the draft guide has every head coach, defensive coordinator, offensive coordinator, points per game last year, points per game given up, a lot of statistics, plus our tiered ranking. Of course, if you get an FF7s, you get it for free. But we're going to have that out for sale pretty soon. And, want to make sure you grab it. It's going to be affordable. It's going to have, combined about a century's worth of fantasy football experience on it. So, just make sure you keep your eyes out peeled for that. JC going to make its price up. He's our great graphic coordinator. Made this shirt, actually. I don't know if you can see it. IDP over
I'll get the
every.
stack here. Burrow with Higgins, I'll do that. IDP over everything, baby. Let's go. I'm gonna make us a little bit bigger. I thought more people would join us, so I was gonna.
By the way, I mean everybody tries to get Chase Burrow, but Higgins is secured. He's been in that offense. He's been with Joe Burrow, I believe, his entire career. So, it's just as a value commodity. And when you get a stack like that in this kind of league, like let's say he throws a 50-yard bomb to Higgins from Burrow, like that is so many points in this league, dude. That's kind of like the theme this year is Dungeon and Dragons, so that's like a critical role, critical hit. You're hitting people deep with those. So let's see. Coop.
Yeah, I mean, I think let's see what we got here.
Julian Love. How do you feel about Arizona's backfield, man? You got Connor.
Man, it is.
You have Algier. You also
It's
have
so.
what was the other Benson?
So confusing, man. It's and you don't know. You really don't. I mean, Jeremiah Love, great prospect, right? But we saw the same thing with Genty. I mean, Genty had a great year, right? But it just really depends on how that offense does, right? I mean, does Connor get some work? I mean, why wouldn't you continue to use Connor so you don't hurt your rookie coming right out right away? Like I think you just got to be kind of safe at some point too.
Yeah,
you don't want to hurt that prospect.
If you're in a redraft league, I wouldn't mind getting a stack on the running back field. Just hey, and I'm going to wait it out. Particularly if you have a deeper bench like this league, you can't really stack any position. Like you could stack, quarterback, wide receivers, which to me is like a double down more than a true stack. But like, you go get 2 running backs on the same team on this team, you're basically killing a bench spot. So now you're down to 4. But it's an interesting backfield, man. I'll tell you that much right now. I don't know how it's going to play out. We got TJ Gossett here, man. He's the defending champion.
Damn.
Somebody took you. ETN. Oh yeah.
Well, yeah, I wanted to go. I wanted ETN. If
I'm so
ETN would have fell to me, I would have took him. He was the other guy I was thinking. Where I took Higgins, but I mean, I would jump for him. I think he's going to have a huge year this year.
Hey, Mel. Hey, Rick. Get ready. Let's see. JC's on the clock. Go ahead and take your pick. James is in here, of course. TJ was in here. Steve's in here. Of course, we're saying hello to everybody. Thank y'all for joining us, man. Just having fun. This is a charity league live draft, man. Fantasy football sevens. This is a format I created a long time ago. We're talking about 15 years ago, where it's a 16 team, 7-on-7.
Let's go. Screw it. Let's just start it off. Let's just get Miles Garrett in there.
Woo, I love it.
Get him. Let's just get him in there. I grabbed him in Steve's league too. Might as well, dude. He's moving to a new team. He's gonna have a big year. Let's get our defensive lineman out of the way.
I really, like I said, we're going to the expo, and the first year I was there, or was it the second year? The years are running together now. Yeah, which is great when you get to go to something that cool. There's another IDP off the board. Let's go, baby.
Yeah, Brooks is a good one too. Yeah, I like that's a good pick.
But we hung out with Cleveland fans. We got to watch a pregame Cleveland game at Centennial Park, which and they're big canvas screen, and hanging out with real Cleveland fans that weren't even part of the expo, and just watching that with them. And I remember jumping up and down with the fan and celebrating interception. And it's just great. I feel for Cleveland fans, but man, what a terribly ran organization. I mean, it's one of those crap sandwiches we talk about, JC. If you just imagine every NFL team is a burger joint, you're going to have about 8 good ones, about 12 really great ones, 14 good ones doing well.
Yeah.
Never know what you're going to maybe be the best burger joint in town kind of thing. And then you're going to have about 10 bad ones, dude. And that's just the way it is. And the Browns are one of those, man. It's no different. Here we are. We're on the turn. No third round reversal here, JC. A lot of people like
third round reversal.
But, I'm old school with it. The only reason I'm like that is because I've seen championships come from 14, 16, 13. I've seen championships come from that far. So sometimes I'm like, maybe it's a blessing. Maybe you're getting some really high-priced guys out of the way that could get injured. I mean, let's be honest. Football's 100% injury rate. That's how it is. So,
dude, yeah, it's crazy.
Maybe, I had CMC from the 15th pick last year, and he was great. So, it's all a crapshoot in a way. Hence, I got the dice right here. If y'all can see them, those are the ones I use, the D&D dice. So, it's all a dice roll, man. It's all a dice roll. I'll be IDP thirsty of this draft. I would say 4th round is the standard. And all the years of doing this, the best IDPs are going to come out because the points are worth it. This league is set up to where IDPs can have just as big a day as wide receiver or a running back. It's just set up to be that way. You do not have to have a tight end. It's interesting to see BBILW FF7s vet go, tight end. There's no wrong strategy though. Then Bowers, of course, because now you don't have to worry about your flex. You got a flex and a super flex. You don't have to worry about either one. You just plug one away and you're good. You're set. Don't worry about it.
There goes Derwin.
Derwin off the board. So we got Brooks, Garrett,
Derwin James. That's the...
Oh yeah, James.
Miles Garrett. That's it. Just 3.
That's those 3 so far. Interesting. When Devontae,
dude, he's gonna be so good this year.
Yeah,
I think him and Puka are gonna. I think, man, whoever got Stafford, I was hoping that's another guy I was looking at. If he would have fell to me, which round was that? Oh, where I took Higgins, I was gonna take him too. I was like, I would instead of Higgins, Stafford. I think he can finish as a top 4 QB at this year if he stays healthy. He's going to be good. What's up, Coach?
INT, yeah. Coach, man, one of the most knowledgeable sports heads I've ever met in my life. So, yeah, you remember it's his rookie year. He was in there. That was crazy. Oh, man. Let's move it right along. That's what you signed up for when you do a fast draft, You want to know. You guys were the last to start. You'll be the first to finish. Rico in here just took Hutchinson. Love it. Let me pull up the stat book right here on the draft kit. He finished with 14 and a half sacks. That was third most in the NFL last year, or fourth most in the NFL last year. Myles Garrett, Brian Burns, Danielle Hunter all finished ahead of you. You think if Danielle Hunter wins the Super Bowl, if the Texans win a Super Bowl, is he a Hall of Famer?
Yeah, man, dude, he was so good when he played here in Minnesota. I mean, relentless, unbelievable. I think that you could put it up there that yeah, he could definitely be. I think he should be. He's been elite.
I think he's one of the best defensive ends of our lifetime, man. Of this century, let's say.
He's still going. He's just still feeding.
Von Miller's all time too, and he gets recognized for it. But if you look at their numbers, Hunter's able to sustain a success almost just as long. He was, like we talked about, third leading sack artist last year. Pretty impressive. No, there's one league with a third round reversal. So Rick, our good friend over at TSA, who does a lot of shows, he does the Give Back show, as well as a couple others. 14 minutes away from the Mexico kickoff in the World Cup. Got the flag back there. No, there's a lot of British people in here. Vamos a Mexico, got to represent the roots here. Yeah, that one league they rolled. They rolled to see if it would be a third round reversal, and it was. The dice were higher. So they got to get a third round reversal, which is very cool of them. And we're gonna do cool things on that one. Like every week, it'll be like, all right, if the dice is, 1 through 10, it'll be negative effect, and if the dice are 11 through 20, it's a positive effect, but affects everybody. So like it'll be like, oh, we'll move up a full point PPR this week, or we'll take the PPR away. Oh, touchdowns for quarterbacks will drop down to 4. Maybe they move up to 6 or 8. So it's going to be something like that every week in that league. Pretty cool concept for the D&D. Starting to see the IDP now, JC. You're starting to see them, man. I was there for it. Yeah, I remember you being there for that one. So that means it was our second or first year. I can't remember. Like I said, I do remember you being there for that.
There goes Van Ginkel. Nice pick. I like Van Ginkel, but I think you could have waited on him.
That's what I was about to say. Could have waited, but
I think you could have waited on.
That's our guy, Joe.
He's good.
That's Joe,
man. He's so good. He's so fun to watch.
Check out Aces High, High Stakes. There's just some good talking there. Greg Ambrose was on there. That's an inaugural FSWA Hall of Famer, along with our guy Greg Kellogg, of course, our favorite inaugural Hall of Famer. And it's a great show. Go check it out. You go check out our YouTube. There's plenty of shows to go back and check out. I love seeing your beautiful face. It's all good. We got Carla. She's doing a couple shows. Just go check it out, man. If you're not subscribed to the YouTube and you're watching this, just go ahead and please give us a like, a subscription. You'll be helping us out more than you realize. Back to the draft, though, dude. We are already steamrolling in the 7th. Like I said, our man Joe back up. Let's take a look at his team real quick. Gibbs. Oh, Lawrence. I'm so high on Lawrence this year. Drake London, Trayvon Henderson. I'm also super high on. And then he's got Daniel Jones coming off of injury in Indianapolis. We've also got Van Ginkel and then Edgerrin Cooper. Great picks at linebacker, securing that linebacker defensive line spot with his first 2 spots. Good picks, man. What are you leaning? Let's talk about your picks. You got the 2 DLs out of the way. Adams, Higgins, running back, wide receiver. Really, the whole board is open up for you, man. Whatever you want to do right here.
Yeah, let's see. What should we do?
Who is that quarterback? Gino? Gino just went off the board for Rick.
Yeah, there's like nobody left at quarterback either.
I think Steve got Jacoby Brissett, man. I've been targeting him late in drafts.
Yeah, there's literally nobody left for quarterback.
Yeah, so, here we are, 7th round. You're toast. If you don't get your 2, JC would sit on them.
I got my auto pick coming up here.
You're just running out of time. Time's up. You're on auto pick. Make sure you take yourself off, JC.
What? I had a. That's not what I wanted. That's okay. I thought I had it clicked on here. That's like whatever.
Oh, sorry, man. I can't go back.
No, it's all good. The app, dude. The fuck.
Look at that. Back-to-back Raiders though. Mendoza and Crosby, and then Gino, the former Raider.
That's all right. Maybe Mendoza plays a little bit. Otherwise, it's a fucking wasted pick. Dude, what the fuck? This app, it locked up on me too. Like a little bit ago, I had to get out of it. Where the hell?
Damn it.
Oh, no, never mind. I guess I see somebody took my player right before me. That's what happened.
Well,
It's
you
all
are in a
good.
great group of drafters here. You got JT, Jerry, Joe,
No,
TJ,
it's
Steve.
flying too.
Got Pac down there in Mako representing as well. I don't know if he's a football fan, but he's down there. I can't see that next name. I got to do it. I'm going to share this real quick with the other leagues. I'm 2 picks away in fantasy football sevens, everybody. I got the 7th pick. Hold on. Sorry, JC. It's getting this sent out to everybody. I feel bad I didn't send it to the other 4
Oh,
leagues.
you're
Only 5
good.
leagues this year. Only 5 combined a lot. So there's a lot of talent crammed into these leagues all of a sudden because you got hardcore IDP addicts. You got big team fanatics. You got people that just tell me they love this league, man, and they always want to play it. Fortunately, I'm going to take a break from it, but you know, it's always for a good cause with KawasakiKids.org. So very proud to be a part of it. JC helped us grow. You know, it's just been pretty cool to have this project for us at the sports affiliation, and yeah, man, we'll definitely do some kind of 16 team big league tournament next year, but it'll just be one of them, you know, and we'll figure that out at another time. We're big supporting veterans here as well. JC's a veteran, so you know, thank you, July 4th, brother. And I hope everybody had a good, safe July 4th, dude. Let's coming back around, JC. Cooper taking Aaron Rodgers. Look at you getting a sneaky 3rd quarterback. You dog, Coop. Of course, we got Fantasy Football Sevens 2 champion in there. Bill, dude, drafted right between Rico and BBILW. Yeah, dude, there's just tons of talent in here. Sean, FF7s vet. I don't think there's any rookies in this league right here. So, well, Brian, I agree. Brian, yeah, no, he's not. Yeah, no, he is. So, we'll have to see, dude. A lot of fun.
What the? Somebody already took a kicker.
There we go. Where? I have to get all close to see it. Did they? What colors are kickers? That's the cool thing about
Kickers
this.
are purple. They're also purple.
They're purple as well. I do see it, Aubrey.
Mhm.
You're right. Hi, man. TJ knows what he's doing. That's the champ. That's
What the?
defending champion.
He is the champion.
Did you saw him at Scott Fishbowl, right? You hosted
Yeah, I
that?
did. I saw him. Yeah, I did. Yeah, I did see him. It was good to see him.
There you go, dude.
First time meeting him. Yeah, he
What do
lives
you
way
have?
up north. Tony Pasta.
There we go. How fun is that, man? That's good. We got everybody in here. Thank you for joining us. Doing my best. How's we go? Trying to look on the screen. JC's drafting live, pulling double duty. They're playing God.
Double duty.
God save the king.
Chuba.
Oh, I do like Chuba.
Did he get all the work? I mean, is he going to get all the work? Or is he going to get Brooks coming in? Is he going to be healthy enough to be good enough?
There's going to be a split, but I trust Chuba. Yeah. That's a good pick in the 8th round. I like it. Tony Pollard, good pick. Brian Thomas. There's a lot of great picks, man. Like there's not going to be any easy outs. Remember, fantasy football 7 set up honestly a lot like the World Cup. You know, you got to make it out of your group. You got to make it out of your division. Top 2 per division, which is a group of 4.
It's tough, man. It's
and
tough.
You got to play each other. Then you got that, so there can only be one person per division that makes it out to the quarterfinals, I guess you'd call that, and semifinals, and then you represent your division. It's nothing but division winners from there on out. You know, the people that were the last person standing on their division, and you play a group of 10 on the last. Here we go. Gotta share this. Studio Azteca.
There's no IR, right? There's no IR.
No, there is an IR.
Oh, okay.
You do get an IR, and it's a very loose IR. You can put suspended players on it, doubtful players. Try to keep you an advantage there. For the active people, 80
Yeah,
something
dude.
people, bro. A lot of people.
All right, cool.
There's
Then I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna take Mika Parsons.
uh-oh.
If I
I
can put him
like
on the IR. If
yeah,
I can
you
put him
can
on
put
the IR. He's only supposed to be out until they said mid-October, so you misses what, 6 games? He's
yeah.
gonna be back for Dallas. I think he'll be back for Dallas. I think that's week 7.
I think they'll be back.
It's either week 6 or 7. I think he's gonna do what he can to get back for that. So if I only have to miss a couple weeks and I don't really have to miss a spot because I have IR, I'm happy with that. Because when he played last year, man, he had some big games.
Yeah, dude, he'll be worth it if you can keep him stashed. It's a commitment, but it really puts you on.
It's not really a commitment if it's a shallow if it was a shallow bench and no IR, then at that point, yeah.
All right, here we go. I got double duty now too. That'll be
He's
great.
watching. He's gonna be calling the game.
Ole 2002. Iggy the DM.
Who do you think's gonna win this year?
Let's see. I gotta go look at this here. Checking it.
There goes Broncos.
We're going off, man.
Oh man, TJ already took my Texans. It is what it is.
Sent to post.
And the Rams are gone too. Fuck. All my stacks are gone.
Hey, stacking not always important in redraft.
Oh, it's nice for the points in this league. You get a sack. You get a sack, fumble, recovery.
Oh, dude, that is a great stack, honestly. Yeah.
Damn it. Coop.
All right. Looking good, guys. Steamrolling right along. What's up, Mace?
Fuck.
My favorite time of the year.
All my guys just went. Damn you guys.
There we
There's
go.
like nobody right here.
All right. Yeah. It's crazy how fast that switch happens, right? There's just a couple rounds, you know, every 2 rounds, 32 players are gone. You know, it's just
it's crazy.
Blake Coral.
He could be good this year. The workouts have been nice. Damn, Wandell, that's nice. I thought about taking him too.
Coach, I checked my DMs. Didn't see anything in the Twitter or on Sleeper. Sean said he had
Dallas Turner, that's a good pick. TJ, that's easy. That's who I would have probably took. Let's see. That's
not bad. Not drafted in this one. I'm drafted in my other league. Waiting to make my first pick still. So. Damn, they don't have Kane started? Oh, there he is. About to say. Jude Bellingham, striker with a yellow card. He's got to play it safe. Center striker. Yeah, soccer, man. I don't really watch any leagues, but I do love the World Cup. I just can always remember where I've been for like the past 6 World Cups. JT, let's see what he's got on the turn for us. He's stacked linebackers, running backs, and quarterbacks. Looks like he just went wide receiver with Sutton. Oh, backed it up with Seahawks defense. Great. Number 1 defense last year. What's up, Matt Daddy? The 15th. I got 15th in back-to-back years in this league. Brutal. Mean. Yeah, dude. Coming back to JC here pretty soon. Joe's up right now on the 32nd. Thank you guys all for joining. He took running. He took defense. What is that? I got wide receiver. He took Downs, Now he took a who is that?
Bane.
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 Not bad. Could pan out. Here we go. All right. Whoa. Get all that adrenaline out in one big kick from box to box. Wow, that was impressive, dude. Yeah, I imagine he's got more adrenaline running in him than a racehorse. It's going to be interesting. All right, I'll be
Yeah,
right
all the
back.
running backs are gone. All the running backs are pretty much gone too.
Yeah, you got to start hitting some shots in the dark. Be right back. Take a restroom break.
Yeah, this is pretty crazy draft, you guys. You guys are all doing fucking hella well. Hella well. Let's just go Michael Wilson, I guess. Fill in my we'll fill in the flex. Jacoby Dean, that's a good pick. Then we got 3 IDP flexes, defensive lineman, linebacker, and a defensive back. Higgins, Krosky Merritt, I like that. Just really depends on the competition he's got coming in. Granderson.
And we're back.
Downs. Oh, there goes dude, Travis Hunter, that's a good pick. I think he's gonna be better this year.
Joe's on auto. What's going on here? We got Joe and Jared on auto. They must be into the game right now. We just had a foot to the face in England. Got one of our midfielders. I am stoked for this season, though, dude. Kind of took a little bit of a break. Got to get recharged, and now I'm just kind of looking at like all these offensive coordinator changes, dude. Because you have in the draft kit breaking down all the new changes. You got 10 new offensive coordinators, or wait, 10 new head coaches, 21 new offensive coordinators this year, dude. Uh, that's over 2/3 of the league. It is going to be madness at first. There's going to be sending your fab. I think early is going to be a wise year this year if you're in a fab league. Like, yeah, oh man, we were totally wrong about this guy. He's getting used a lot in this system. I think we're going to see a lot of that. Oh, through both. Stole the rock.
Puna Ford.
Yeah, he's good too, dude. Hope the fast draft is working out for everybody.
Oh, that's tough. I like it. It's tough. It's called a chaos draft.
Trotter coming off. Here you are. JC's up.
Give me some cash, man.
All right. Got to go a Viking. Balance out the. You've got a Viking, a Lion, a Packer, no
Oh
Bear.
my.
Oh my. They're going fast now. People getting their defensive lineman picks. Trey Hendrickson. Oh, how the mighty have fallen, dude.
I know, dude. It's so crazy.
I love Zach Charbonnet. That's a great pick. Late TJ.
I like him
That's
too. You gotta hope he starts right away. I mean, if
well, now you can put him on the IR too.
yeah, that's
Might
true.
not be the worst thing if they say, no, we're going to clear him out IR. All right, on the turn again, man. We are flying through this. We'll stick around for the draft and then probably dip out of here. Like your
Hell
shirt.
yeah. I gotta And I got this one on. Your fantasy team got mossed.
That's a great one, dude. JC says he's going to have some shirts for us at the expo. That'll be fun to see.
Yep. We're gonna have. I'm gonna try to have the merch shop up this week. I'm gonna be working on it this week. I worked on a new shirt today. The Tucker Craft shirt, Sucker for Tucker. It's a pretty sick shirt. I got approved by 2 Packer fans, so I think we're good. I got a bunch of stuff already made up. I just gotta basically put them up on the site. Right now, sadly, most of the stuff I have is NFC North stuff, but I will be spreading out more stuff. I do have some other random stuff, but right now it's mostly Packers, Bears, Vikings, and Lions, but we will be spreading out, doing more stuff. I actually do have some basketball too, but right now it's just mostly Timberwolves.
I see. Yeah. Yeah, I had a good run there with the Timberwolves. New luck. That's a whole nother discussion, though. Andrew joining us. What's up, dude? Yeah, dude. It's we had the NFC North show last year with Andy Behrens, Greg, JC, and I. Really cool, really fun. Great to be a part of. Oh, this black and blue division. It's always a lot of fun.
It's crazy.
All right. The black and blue.
Spillane. Travis Kelce. Dude just got married.
Married man. At Madison Square Garden. He's going way deep, even for tight end leagues, dude. Hey, Jorge, what's up, man? Thanks for hopping in. Yeah, it's I still think Kelsey's going to be better than average. I still think he's a top 10 tight end. He could finish as high as 3. He's definitely inspired the new generation of tight end, which is cool. But
give me some Chris Rodriguez.
So you got Washington.
Dude, I like Rodriguez. He plays for Jacksonville now, dude. ETN's gone. I think he's the guy who takes over. He is a between the tackles kind of guy, so I think he eats.
That is a great pick at running back, especially.
And I think he played with Cohen in college, if I'm not mistaken. I might have to look that up, but I think I heard something about that. I might be mistaken, but I might not be. How about that?
Yeah, dude.
Grenard, I like that. Him in Philly, dude, he got paid.
Yeah, and like I said, the draft kit, 55 defensive linemen, 57 linebackers, 56 defensive backs. Of course, all 32 defenses. You get 32 kickers, 40 quarterbacks, 55 running backs, 64 wide receivers, 42 tight ends. How's that for, you don't even need tight ends in Fantasy Football 7, but we get them. So, pretty cool. You'll have to see how it shakes out. Be able to make moves right away if you're playing in this particular league. As soon as the draft finishes, you have roster moves, free agencies open. It's not a fab league. I debated making it a fab league because I do enjoy fab leagues quite a bit. But I just kind of like rewarding the person that sits, because in a 16-team league with the priority, if you sit on it and sit on it and sit on it, and you get somebody that kind of is like a game changer, a quarterback that was just sitting out there that's all of a sudden the starter the rest of the season or something along those lines. Man, what a move. What a move, right? And fantasy football is about the moves. Of course, they're all going to get a little lucky, but you got to reward the moves, whether they're at the draft or whether they're in free agency or their trade.
Free agency, man. Free agency is a big deal. If you're not on top of free agency, you're pretty much effed.
100%, man. Well, dude, yeah, it's gonna be an interesting year. Who is your, put you on the spot here while you don't have to draft? Who is your breakout candidate of the year?
Breakout candidate? I don't know if I mean I guess
Somebody that hasn't had a top 12, top 14, let's say, fantasy year.
I honestly think DeAndre Swift's going to have a huge year. I think with them losing DJ Moore, I think he's going to get more. A lot of people look at Monangai and stuff like that, but if you really look at DeAndre Swift in the playoffs and how they used him, he was massively used. And I think them losing DJ Moore is going to be, he's going to get used even more. I mean, otherwise they're going to have to depend on having to use two tight ends. I mean, maybe they could, but I really have been trying to target Swift as much as, especially if you're in a league where you're like, I'm going to fade running back. You can get him in like the 5th round. Let's see. I think he went in the 4th round. This one, that's 16 team, but yeah, fifth round, you can probably get him. So if you can get 4 wide receivers and then Swift is your number 1, I'm very happy with that.
I like.
So he's like a guy that I'm going to be targeting a lot. Breakout candidate.
Harrison. I think this is the year he finally busts out, becomes a top. Marvin Harrison Jr.
I don't, as much as I want to love that, I just don't know. He's got I don't know. It doesn't look like he loves football. You know what I'm saying? It kind of looks like he gives up a lot on the plays, and he's got to find that love, I think, for the sport.
Yeah, but losing kind of makes you not like something, dude. You know?
That's true, but I mean,
from Ohio State, especially, you know, it's like winning's in the DNA. You know,
I suppose.
But I think he's due for a breakout year. I think Trey McBride's still going to have good. I just expect a lot of garbage time, dude. That's why I don't think I'm not overly high on Arizona's backfield, because I think that between McBride and Harrison, they're going to eat up a lot of the touchdowns. You know.
I like the Reichard pick. Yeah, dude, I agree. But I mean, Michael Wilson only really popped off because, you know, Marvin Harrison wasn't doing well, got banged up. I mean, that's why Michael Wilson took off.
Yeah, I don't have Wilson a lot.
It just depends on, too, how much is Jordan Love going to be used? How much of the running back? I mean, Algier is going to get work. He'll probably get some goal line work. I mean, I don't know, man. It does Trey McBride get a ton, just like absolutely peppered all season? It could be. I think it depends on a lot of things. I think it really depends on that how they're going to use their running back room. Because if they're going to be like, all right, we're just going to run the ball a bunch and throw it to our tight end and dump it off to Michael Wilson.
Well, Gannon became the Green Bay Packers defensive coordinator. Like I said, defensive-minded coach, running game. Connor was great. Benson was great. They had no problem coming out of their backfield, honestly. But then they get a different coach. So of course, they're getting Matt LaFleur's younger brother. It's interesting. He gets replaced by the head coach that he's working for, his younger brother. But we just know that's going to be a passing game. We're talking the Rams over the past couple of years. There's just going to be a lot of passing, I think. So I may be a little higher on Brissett. I've already said that. I've had Marvin Harrison in the Tier 1 rankings and the draft kit since I made it. So I'm expecting bigger things. Maybe I'm a little bit overreaching. I do want to talk about real quick. Great pick right here, I think. Romeo Dobbs. What do you expect from New England? That's a team I expect to run a lot. But Coop Pike, our guy, getting a stack right there in the 15th round with Dobbs, who I think's got to be their wide receiver 1. I think.
Oh, shit. I don't know where to go here.
Well, you don't have long. That's a good thing.
Terrell Bernard. Hey, whatever.
He might do good. Who did they get at linebacker? They got rid of Joey Bosa, and they brought in.
Pay attention.
They brought in. The guy, former Bronco, former Miami Dolphin. Why am I blanking on Chubb? They brought in Chubb to rush the passer. I don't know. Another head coach change. The veterans are gone. Sean McDermott gone. Mike Tomlin gone. You got Andy Reid. It's kind of the last of the old school hanging around. It's basically a bunch of new. I mean, Mike McCarthy's not new, but he's in a new coach. I think Pittsburgh's going to be pretty damn good. They got such a great defense. A little creativity at offense. Good to see Aaron Rodgers and Mike McCarthy go out together. I mean, let me look that up real quick. You focus on the draft. You're on auto, by the way, so make sure you take it out before your next pick.
Thanks.
Jonathan Brooks there, Jalen Naylor, I do like. Alex Singleton, that is a steal in the 16th round for Steve. Way to go, buddy. Probably he's one of the IDP's greatest, man. I do like Anthony Hill. Let's see. How many wins does Rodgers and McCarthy have? Boop, 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 boop. Have won 107 games together, including the playoffs. Mike McCarthy won more games. That's crazy. I guess that's just the way it is. 107. Let's see, where does that rank? Most NFL wins by QB and head coach combo. Tom Brady and Billy B. Drew Brees and Sean Payton. Oh, so they can pass a lot of people, man. They can pass Dan Marino, Don Shula, Otto Graham, Paul Brown. How many did they have? How many did we say? 107?
For what?
107. So if they go 10 and if they go 11 and 6 and then win a playoff game, they move into third all time. That is crazy. What do you got, JC?
It's not my turn yet.
Well, I need to know what you're thinking.
I'm thinking a lot of my shit's been picked.
Well, I do like the Myers.
I'll go Kamari Connor.
That's a great pick. I think Kansas City's going to have to rely on their defense heavily. Brian going Rashawn Gary, he could have a career year down there in Dallas this year. He really could. Quinnen Williams is a beast. So, not to say that Keenan Clark wasn't, but Clark's there too, right? That's two great defensive tackles, bro. That's going to take 3 to 4 linemen every game to deal with those guys. We're on the turn here. We got Flacco sighting. Wow.
Flacco?
Yeah, he stole your robber.
Dude, it's so hard. That's what I said, dude. Having like that quarterback that I got sitting on my bench, like having that guy Mendoza who's not going to play like forever, and having Burrow be a week 6, like that's such a wasted pick. And like Mendoza sitting on my bench is a waste of space with a shallow bench. That's what sucks.
Yeah,
like having somebody who's not gonna be playing by week 6. No fucking way.
Well, we'll have to see, dude. You never know. Tom Brady's running the show over there. I do too. I do feel good about our Green Bay wide receivers somehow. I think that's an underrated trio, and Reed, Watson, and Williams and Golden. Golden's probably going to start over Williams, so it's a good trio. And man, what a great one! Thank y'all for joining us. This is what I love about Fantasy Football 7s, because maybe your first year you don't do well. All right, it's a learning curve playing in a big league, playing with IDPs if you haven't.
But no, this is one of the toughest leagues, dude. It's seriously one of the toughest leagues.
But you're there, and then you got like Rico, who's been great, put up great numbers last year. Was in a rough division, dude, and that's just kind of the luck of the draw, dude. And you don't know who you're going to go up against. Some rookies come in banging in this league, but these old heads that have the advantage of playing in this league, it's going to be hard to slip one past them. And there's just, like I said, I don't think there's Brian might be the only rookie. I think everybody else has been here. Never enough. I'm blanking on your name right now. Sorry. She's joining us in the Kings Classic, I believe. I can't think of her name. Can you think of her name?
She was also on Carla's show. Dang it, what's her? I know exactly who you're talking about. She runs in all the marathons too.
Yeah. I'm sorry, but yeah, that's rookies. But you're still talking about great IDP knowledge right there. So it's just tough, man. That's what I love about it. You can luck your way into a 12-team final. You're not gonna luck your way into a 16-team final. That's just not happening. And that's the beauty of it. Because people say, "Oh, it's all just luck," and I'm
It's
like,
not,
"Well,
dude. It's just
yeah, there's a lot of luck involved. There really is. But then there's a lot of skill and paying attention and outsmarting your opponent. And a lot of chess moves in fantasy football where you got to be thinking kind of 2 weeks down the road, especially in this kind of league where you're like, well, what are the big bye weeks? You go look at the draft kit. We have that highlighted for you right away. Week 11's one. That's the biggest, right? So you're kind of looking at what? Atlanta, Cleveland, Green Bay, LA Rams, New England Patriots, and Seattle Seahawks. That's a lot of fantasy football talent. Maybe you can load up, clear out your week 10, get ready for week 11, secure that victory. Week 7, you also got Buffalo, Jacksonville, Los Angeles, Washington. There's a lot of weeks with just 4. That one kind of feels like a big one for fantasy football, in my opinion. You're losing Herbert, T. Law, Josh Allen, and Jaden Daniels. I mean, that's a rough week for quarterback. So if you can block your opponent that week, might stiff them without a quarterback. There's just all kinds of strategy, and that's why I think fantasy football should try to reward a strategy as much as possible. I think that's the kind of the beauty and the genius of a commissioner. Set it up where everything counts, man. Kickoff, return yard count for the team and for the player in this league. So
yeah.
there's a lot of ways to do it, man. There's a lot of ways to do it. We're coming upon it, JC, and then you down to review your team after this draft. And
Well, yeah, I mean, I had a couple auto picks that pretty much fucking like Bernard and Mendoza are pretty much washed out on my team.
20 seconds. Don't forget you got an extra spot though.
Yeah, it's true.
Malik Washington, great pick. And that's
I
a crazy
like him, dude.
You're going to find people that are going to be contributors in the last round, and it's going to be a 16-team league. That's the beauty of it, There's still going to be plenty of waiver moves due to the small bench. So a lot of fun. A lot of ways to set up your fantasy league, man. Let's see. Pause right there. Hydration break. He paused the game. Hit the referee. Yeah, dude. Thank you guys for joining us. 48. What's up, Jason? Up in the chat. A lot of great minds in here, man. Rick, what's up? Mel says it's the hardest, but it's my favorite. Thank you so much.
Yeah, it's definitely my favorite.
Rick, I don't know why I thought you were in here before. Gladys, that's who it is. Jorge helping us out. Everybody helping us out. Gladys, so thank you to have you. Mind blank there. Really appreciate that, everybody. Yeah, Gladys, it's an honor to have you in this league. It's just tough, man. There's not going to be any outs. And like I said, our patch quilt, it's all there. That's one of my favorite things about these leagues is seeing all the colors come together as a color kind of fanatic. And you could just, it looks like kind of looks like an old school, for people that had a 3-ring binder, and you would put little colored tabs at different spots all the time. It's just complete chaos, and it's beautiful. And that's kind of the coolest part about it to me, seeing all these positions drafted. Thanks for putting this on YouTube. Thank you for being here, everybody. It's super cool.
It's fun.
I wish we had enough time to break down everybody's team, but I'll break down TJ's real quick and give that's the champ in case you didn't know you're in the league with the champion. Jerry B's won the league before. Joe made it pretty far. Pike's won in this format. WJ Schuler, you're talking about. You guys have 2 champions in here with Bill and TJ. So it's just there's not going to be any easy outs. That's just the truth of it. It's a loaded division, and that's cool, man. The Druid division is supposed to be nuts. Just kind of how Druids are, right? At least how they're depicted. They're probably really nice folk. Jawan Johnson with the last pick. I love it. I love Jawan Johnson. He's my favorite best ball draft. He's just amazing. Let's break down TJ's team real quick, then we'll go head over to JC's. We'll get out of here in an hour, man. Uh, let's look at the champs real quick. Jamar Chase Brown,
He's
dude. Cincinnati. So he's going to need you. He's going to need Joe Brown. He's going to need you, Joe. He's going to need you to do well. Then he went Matthew Stafford. You talked about who did that. Well, that was the champion, dude. Jordan
mhm.
Brooks, the highest scored IDP last year. You got Territory McMillan, who I think is going to have a great year. We could have chose
He
him for a
should.
buck, but I think he kind of busted out last year, to be honest. Jamian Sherwood, Tua Tagovailoa as his QB2 down in Atlanta. Will he start? That's a big question. Brandon Aubrey got the number one kicker, got Houston's defense. Dallas Turner, the other movies you said you liked, he did that. Reed, I like Charbonnet. He got Rashid White out of Washington. That could be
Yeah.
the back in that backfield. Cooper Deshaun, great pick. Jerry Judy, sneaky, great talent available. Jalen Naylor, that's all right. Jahed Campbell, that's a good. I had him in Dynasty. I had to let him go. Kevin Beard, all-time Pro Bowl over there in the defensive back section. Mike Washington, may not know him. He's the backup over at Genty. I expect him to get carries.
Yeah,
But
he should, dude. He's a really good player. Just I mean, he landed in a spot where he's going to be definitely
I think
behind
they're
a
going to showcase him.
better
I think
player.
they're going to try to take pressure off Mendoza. Like, here, just give it to your running backs. Let them do the
Yeah.
work. I think that's what we're going to see. And then Redmond, of course, he had to get another Viking. It's kind of crazy. We're highlighting two Viking teams here, the way it is. JC, let me read yours, and then you just give me some thoughts about yours, man. And we'll, like I said, we'll bounce out. Burrow, H.N., Higgins, Garrett. So great first four. That's Joe Burrow, Devon H.N., running back Miami, T. Higgins, wide receiver Cincinnati, Miles Garrett. Of course, he's over at the Rams. Then he went with another
Yep.
Ram, Monte Adams, Will Anderson, Mendoza. That was the auto. Stevenson.
Auto.
I like
I like
Stevenson.
Ramondre, dude. I like him a lot this year. I don't think he's gonna. I mean, they're gonna share still, but Ramondre, dude, if he doesn't fumble, he's one of the best backs in the league.
Dude, yeah, they're going to run the ball. They've already basically made it clear that they're going to run the ball. Brian Branch, another kind of person you're going to have to put on IR or wait. Michael
Yeah.
Wilson, Blake Cashman, Chris Rodriguez, Jacksonville Jaguars, great defensive pick late, in my opinion. Jason Myers, arguably the best kicker. Awesome live stream teacher
Yeah.
says Terrell Bernard, Shamar Connor, Julian Love, Malik Washington, Jawan Johnson. What are your thoughts, man? Let's wrap it up.
I mean, besides some of my auto picks, I don't hate this team. I like the way it started, but then man, a lot of my players started going off the board, and it was just like, man, I got to try to pivot. I don't know Mendoza here. I don't even know if I would have gone like Max Crosby or somebody. I probably would have gone a different, maybe a running back or something like that. But even then, I don't really. I mean, Price maybe. I mean, it just Price has to pan out. I'm very high on him. I think he's a great running back. But if Charbonnet does come back and week 2 or week 3, that value drops, and that really affects. I mean, I think Stevenson has more chance to get opportunities, and I got him in the next round. I mean, that was my mistake there, Mendoza. But I mean, I like the Parsons sitting on the bench. I mean, Branch just depends. I mean, I just grab guys. I mean, at this point going on here, it was just like I'm just gonna grab guys that I kind of like watching play. I like Branch. It sucks that he gets hurt, but I like watching him play because he's kind of like, I like those asshole, you know, defensive backs. I like those kind of guys. Um,
Yeah, dude.
I mean, um, Wilson. I like Wilson. He this late, it's not bad having him. He has the upside to have huge games, so it's not bad having him. He's, we don't have to start him, right? Higgins and Adams are the guys I'm going to be starting. Cashman's great, man. Cashman, he's the cash man. He definitely, man. Last year, I don't know how much we were talking about him, like almost all the time. He reminds me of like a poor man's Foyce to Luakun. Like he's always got his eye on the ball. He's always going after the ball. It's crazy. If you when I was going back and rewatching film, it's just you always see Cashman attacking the ball.
He's the dude. He's got what we call a
It's
nose
just health.
nose
Yeah,
for
it's
the.
just yeah, it's just his issue is health. Rodriguez, like we talked about that. Rodriguez is somebody that I'm also chasing in a lot of leagues. I think he came into an opportunity. I'm gonna have to look this up. I think that he does have some kind of relationship with Cohen. But yeah, he looked really well when he got opportunities in Washington. I like him. I think he's a big back, and he can push through that, make holes, and push through that line if he needs to. Jaguars, man, they fell. There was some, I was looking at Rams. I was looking at obviously Texans earlier, but once they were gone, I had Eagles on my board, and they went, Rico took them, and I thought that was a nice pick. And then Jaguars were there, so I took them. Myers, I think he's an elite kicker, and they're gonna be kicking the ball a lot again this year. The other player that I had on my board is Reichard, Will Reichard. He's a player last year. He actually, the only 2 field goals he missed last year were they hit the line. They hit the camera line. Those were the only 2 he missed. Both of them hit the line. So he should have been 100% last year. He's a good kicker. The only thing that sucks about him is he doesn't have a long leg, but he is very efficient. So, and the Vikings, if they can get it past where they can, that's the other thing is like the Vikings have sometimes a struggle getting it to where we can get points. So there's that issue. But if they can get it within kicking distance for him, man, he's going to make him almost every time. So at least you're going to be guaranteed made kicks. So I do like that pick for, BBILW. Let's see here. Bernard was a auto pick. So I just grabbed some defensive backs here, Connor and Love, just guys that have had some. Like Love had a great season last year. Shamari had a decent season last year. I mean, these are just guys that fill in for Branch while he's on IR. It's whatever. Just
and I do want to say I did drop Terrell Bernard down in our rankings. But I do think that there's potential for him to have a good year. He was hurt last year, and Sean McDermott is a safety-focused defense, and they're moving away from that, putting a little bit more pressure on their front 7, which could lead to more tackles for Bernard. So,
we'll see. I mean, we should be good. I got plenty of guys to fill in where I need to fill in and see if players, pan out. And then, Malik Washington, man, I think that he could end up potentially being that wide receiver 1 or even 2 on that on the team, with Malik. And so Malik to Malik, this, could be fun to watch this year. So getting him in the second to last round. And then Juwan Johnson, I was like, you know what, I'm just going to take a tight end. You got to have at least one tight end. I mean, you don't have to have one, but
in this league,
whatever. Yeah.
It's good.
So, I mean, Juwan Johnson, he'll catch it. If I need to just throw somebody in the flex, he'll get me some points.
Okay, JB, I will do it for you. We'll run down his league real quick, and we'll bounce out of here. Thank y'all for sticking around.
Jerry?
Bijan, Dart, Javante. I don't have.
He's got Nix, too. Bo Nix, too,
I only have this roster. So Bijan, Dart went back with Nix. Not bad combo. Williams and Dallas. I think that's great. Flowers as your wide receiver 1. Then you have, who is that? Styles. Coming in,
Sony Styles,
and first, arguably the best IDP in this draft, like actual NFL draft. Who's that? Kraft, of course, I love him.
Kraft, yeah, that's such a monster.
I think he's gonna have another good year. I think Nicholas is probably gonna have to wait. Of course, we got Bobby O over there in Green Bay, right? Another. No, we got Zaire Franklin. He's still in New York, and then we have Lloyd, Landman, Queen, wrapping up a triplet of linebackers that. It's going to wreak havoc. His IDPs are pretty set right there. And then Golden, again, another Packer. So Justin, Jordan Love a little bit to have a good year. Jeremy Chin, perennial great IDP. And then we have, who are those last ones?
Boye, Mafe.
Mafe, man, I am so curious about the Bengals. They paid him. They invested heavily in their defensive tackles. You have Lawrence, and then you have Allen, right? I'm pretty sure coming over from Minnesota. And then you also have, I think that's an interesting pick. Morphe's got a high ceiling, low floor potential. Then you got the Ravens D. How do you not like that? And then who is that? Cooper, rookie for the Jets, wide receiver room, could be garbage time monster. I have him in a couple of best balls. Diaby, very underrated, for the defense of the Tampa is. I don't know. I have him ranked pretty high, honestly. I think he'll shine, but there's a lot of competition at that edge room for the Bucs because they were lacking there last year. Phillips got moved again. I think he's going to have a great year. Over Carolina. Yeah. And then who's that last name? Smack?
That's your kicker from Green Bay.
Yeah, the guy we took
right over there. Great pick, Jerry B. You're one of the great minds out there. So it's it's always going to be pretty good. Joe, Team 3, I wasn't prepared for an IDP fast draft. Winging it all the way. Joe's, you're a threat. Seeing you. I hate not seeing you and Rick play this year. Y'all had a good rivalry going, but it's fun to play new people. I gave people what they wanted as far as choosing which bracket. So you wanted the fast draft. You got it. You guys kicked ass, man. Everybody
was a
did
fun
so
draft.
awesome in that fast draft, knocking out a draft like that. I haven't done one like that in a long time with 16 people knocking out a fast draft. It's a lot of fun. So, JC, any closing words? Let's do another one.
We got. Will there be a week, or will there be waivers week one before? When are waivers open?
Are open right now. You go make your moves. Free agency's open right now. Free agency is open. So you won't have waivers until the first week. It's all free agency.
Oh, there you go. Free agency is open.
So that's the beauty of fast drive. Y'all are going to get to make moves. Somebody gets injured at training camp. Bada bing. Who's the first one paying attention? Who's the one ahead of the game? That's how I kind of reward this. Of course, Jason, thank you guys so much. JC, I know you're
back. So much fun. Back is hurting, man. That's all right. That was a fun time, dude. I appreciate everyone hanging out with us tonight. I mean, FF7s is, I look forward to it every single year. It's sad to hear that you're not going to be running it next year. I know I heard Rick might be doing that. Rick and Joe.
Yeah, I didn't say that it would be finished. I did, there's some people that Joe talked about it. Rick said he's got his hands full, but that's a possibility. So if somebody does want to run it, then it's a possibility. England just scored, man. 1-0. Insane on a counterattack.
Who are they playing? Mexico?
Yeah, they're playing in Mexico. So it's going to be a pretty crazy match. I'm looking forward to watching it.
We have real quick, we have a place here called Brits Pub. So it's like a British pub, and they have lawn bowling out there. I don't know if you've heard of that.
Yeah.
It's like a British thing. So they have, it just gets friggin' packed there. But yeah, so we'll see. Well, tomorrow night, the USA plays. So
yeah, I'll be working, but I'm going to see if they let me put the game on the speaker. I mean, it is kickball, so it's basically soccer people. JB, appreciate it, man. JC, appreciate you hanging out, hosting this. It's a lot of fun. First time we've done it. And good luck, everybody. I wish you well. Have a great weekend, and we'll talk to you guys soon.
Make sure you donate. Get out and donate.
KawasakiKids.org.